That's your consuming.
He was consuming his content.
Sorry.
He was consuming movies
and
on
how
that.
about doing that?
I was listening to music last
Right,
night
and
and I was
consuming,
talking
and
to
then you
someone, man. Come on.
Right.
I was on.
इंटरव्यू है पर उनकी पिक्चरें क्यों ही देखी?
I'd rather consume this.
So
Yeah.
both of you have you have worked with him, I think.
In Angrezi media.
Yeah.
So
What
that
was
it?
that experience like?
Oh, it was like the best experience of my life. I think when you work with such a legend, your job is just easy. You just need to react. बिल्कुल मेहनत नहीं करनी होती. बस बैठ जाओ सामने जो भी कर रहे हैं उसका रिएक्शन दे दो. And I experienced magic with him. That man was something else. And a very important lesson that I learned from him was that never stop being a student of life. Like he still used to get those butterflies, or that he had this anxious energy before every important scene. So I used to see him pacing up and down. I used to pace up and down, before an important scene at night. तो मैं जब निकल रही थी तो मैंने देखा ये क्यों कर रहे हैं, ये तो इरफान खान है ना, इनको तो कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. He was always excited and always curious and such a beautiful soul, so respectful. I just learned a lot of things from him. And
That must have been so comforting to see someone who's so good at the craft still gets anxious, still gets nervous.
Exactly.
And like, okay, if he can feel like this, it's okay for me to feel however.
Yeah.
I feel.
हाँ, मुझे तो बल्कि और डर लग रहा था कि क्या मैं कितना ही कर लूंगी, मैं क्या कर लूंगी. But it was really, I don't know, it was inspiring to see that.
Yeah.
And I saw him give so much of respect to everybody on set, be it, like, I was a newcomer. He didn't have to listen to me. He didn't have to even, like, वो ऐसे भी कर सकते थे, मेरे closest लो और जाओ.
Yeah.
But to be so respectful कि what are you thinking? What are your thought process? Like, what is your thought process? And I just felt so encouraged. And if he wouldn't have done that, like, he gave me the confidence that my opinion matters.
Yeah.
And I can do anything in life.
Yeah.
And he showed everybody around him the same thing. Because if he wouldn't have given me that respect, maybe the crew wouldn't have taken me seriously.
Yeah.
The production wouldn't have taken me seriously. But he just set the tone
Right.
for everybody else.
And he's got energy which, like, now you're saying it's there in person, it comes across on screen also. Even if I was watching Life in a Metro like 2-3 days ago, and he's done like only a handful of number of scenes in that movie, but like every time he comes on screen, like there's energy.
Yeah,
That
For
is-
sure.
Yeah, you're like, well, this is like, it's mostly positive.
because he's not trying to be anything, you
Yeah.
see. There's
Yes.
no effort.
Yes.
I mean, you don't see the work that man has done. And I think that's the real win in an actor. When all your work and your backstories and every, diary you've filled for the character you've created, etc., doesn't show on screen. What you see is not the work you've put in, but just the person you're watching.
Yeah.
And that, just that's that truth in his eyes. And he just needed to look somewhere.
Yeah.
And that was that. Like, he said so much.
Yeah.
And his hold over the language, which is
Yeah.
such a rare virtue now. The way he spoke his lines, how poetic he sounded, even if he said chalna.
Yeah.
There was something there. I was like, oh my God. How? He was really great.
In both languages, like
Yeah.
Hindi, English, like
English
even,
Absolutely.
even
Yeah.
when he
He
when
had a
he-
musicality.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
like you see him in Spider-Man, he doesn't feel out of place. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
very natural.
Because he believes in who he is. It doesn't matter where the man is, He was really, I think that he really took away a possibility for us as an Indian cinema audience. With him, that possibility is gone.
Yeah.
He was really a once in a lifetime person,
Yeah.
in that sense. As
like
an
no
artist.
one can play him. Like it's
Yeah,
only
it's
he
true.
can.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
what he brought to a part, only he could.
Yeah. Working, like he was the go-to guy for like if we want an Indian guy to play a Hollywood movie, like
Yeah.
if we can get him, let's get him. It's like that.
I think he was the first call, probably.
Anil Kapoor second. Because he was also in every.
Yeah. What is it like working abroad? Like if you're doing a
Yeah.
show with an American cast, like
Yeah.
is it
really chill, man. It's really chill. It's very, very exciting to work in that atmosphere because they don't take themselves very seriously.
If you enjoyed watching that clip from the Untriggered podcast, there's many more clips. There's one here, one here. Subscribe to this channel so that you see these clips daily. Thank you.